Eleanor Hartley had never feared silence until it began to speak in pulses of pain. It started as a faint tug behind her calf after watering the marigolds on the porch, but as the months rolled by, that tug became a steel-fisted knot, twisting both muscle and sleep. At 73, she cherished a good night's rest, yet the cramp, sharp, sudden, unapologetic, stole the darkness and left her staring at the ceiling, toes rigid, hopes unraveling. If you have ever been yanked awake by a leg cramp, you know the sequence. Surprise first, then the involuntary gasp, and finally the helpless wait until the spasm loosens its grip. Physicians call it a nocturnal Charley horse. Grandmothers call it a nuisance of age. Sadhguru, the Indian mystic whose words Eleanor streamed during afternoon tea, calls it a signal. A gentle alarm from the body that something in its delicate chemistry has gone astray. One humid Thursday, Eleanor listened as Sadhguru addressed an elderly farmer. "Your body," he said in his patient baritone, "is an intelligent machine. When it tightens, it is not punishing you, it is pleading with you. It says, 'Give me what I lack, and I will serve you in silence.'" The insight felt tailor-made for her. She set her mug down, reached for a notepad, and wrote a single promise. "I will feed my legs what they need to rest." This book, Top 3 Foods to Prevent Leg Cramps in Seniors, Strengthen Your Legs, is a road map born from that moment of resolve. It is not merely a list of nutrients or a collection of recipes. It is a story about reclaiming mobility, dignity, and peaceful sleep. In these pages we will unfold the science behind muscle contractions, meet the humble heroes of the produce aisle, and weave their powers into rituals that fit a senior's gentle rhythm of life. Before stepping onto that path, take a slow breath. Feel your calves, your thighs, the sturdy pillars that carry you from kitchen to garden, from morning sunlight to bedside lamp. Picture them lithe and free, ready for the day's small adventures. By the end of this journey, that image need not be imaginary. We begin, as every healing path should, with understanding. First, we will slip behind the curtain of biology to see why muscles cramp, why age compounds the problem, and how nutrition tunes the orchestra of nerve and fiber. Then, chapter by chapter, we will greet 3 foods that whisper relief into the bloodstream. Finally, we will stitch everything together into an effortless daily practice, a gift you can unwrap at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The night need not be a battlefield. It can be a cradle of quiet again. It often begins quietly, a twitch, a tension, a slow-building ripple beneath the skin. Then, like lightning through a wire, a sudden cramp seizes the muscle, freezing it mid-motion or yanking it awake in the middle of the night. But why? Why do our legs betray us just when rest is most needed? To understand cramps, we must first appreciate the miracle that is muscle. Every time you take a step, sit down, rise, or reach for the kettle, your muscles coordinate a symphony of microscopic movements. They contract and relax in harmony, powered by electrical signals from the nervous system and balanced by a perfect blend of nutrients, mainly minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. But as we age, this harmony becomes fragile. The body that once danced through its rhythms effortlessly begins to slip. The nerves may misfire. Hydration drops more quickly. And most importantly, the mineral levels that stabilize muscle activity start to decline. Sadhguru once described the body as an instrument tuned by food, thought, and breath. It's a beautiful image, and like any fine instrument, if one string is out of tune, the whole song suffers. Let's break it down more practically. 1. Dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. Our muscles are thirsty creatures. Without enough water, they become irritable. And when we lose fluids, especially during hot weather or after even light activity, we also lose precious electrolytes. These tiny charged minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium keep our muscle cells firing correctly. When they're off balance, the result can be a sudden, painful Spasm. 2. Decline in circulation. With age, circulation tends to slow. Blood vessels may narrow or harden, especially in the legs. Reduced blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your muscles, especially at night when you're lying still. This can lead to cramps triggered simply by a change in sleep position. 3. Nerve sensitivity and muscle fatigue. The nerves that send signals to our leg muscles can become more sensitive over time, even firing when they shouldn't. Combine that with muscle fatigue from walking, standing too long, or even sitting in one position for extended periods, and you have a recipe for involuntary contraction. 4. Medication side effects. Many seniors take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diuretics that can interfere with fluid and mineral balance. If leg cramps appeared shortly after a medication change, that could be a hidden clue. Understanding the why is the first step toward healing. It reframes the cramp not as a random nuisance, but as a gentle signal from a body that still wants to thrive. And the good news? The solution is not hidden in a lab or locked behind a prescription. It's in your kitchen. It's in your garden. The answer lies in everyday foods that restore the balance, hydrate the tissues, and send soothing messages back through your nerves and muscles. In the next 3 chapters, we'll meet the unsung heroes of leg health, 3 powerhouse foods that, when incorporated regularly, help prevent cramps and promote muscular strength. They may not come in flashy packages or promise miracle cures, but their power is time-tested, natural, and safe. The first of these is a familiar friend, often overlooked, but rich in the very minerals we've just discussed. It's versatile, gentle on the stomach, and surprisingly tasty when prepared well. It's time to meet our first healing food, the leg saver you've probably walked past in the market 100 times. Let's go. There it sat on Eleanor's kitchen counter, a ripe, slightly freckled banana, glowing gold in the morning light. She had eaten them all her life without fanfare, often sliced over cereal or mashed into warm toast. But today, she picked it up like one might hold a letter from an old friend, suddenly aware that something so familiar could be so quietly powerful. The banana is quite simply a miracle in a peel. This humble fruit holds the key to one of the most common causes of leg cramps in seniors: potassium deficiency. Potassium is a mineral and electrolyte that works like a translator between your brain and your muscles. It helps nerve signals move smoothly and keeps your muscles contracting and relaxing when they should, not when you're trying to sleep. When potassium runs low, communication between the brain and muscles gets scrambled. That's when cramps strike. And since our bodies don't store potassium for long, we must constantly replenish it. For seniors, that need is even greater due to changing absorption rates and medications that may flush it out more quickly. Now here's the magic. A single medium banana contains about 420 milligrams of potassium, nearly 10% of the recommended daily intake. But it's not just the quantity that matters. Bananas offer potassium in one of the most bioavailable forms, meaning your body can absorb and use it with ease. That's what makes it ideal, especially for aging digestive systems that may struggle with supplements or harsher foods. But bananas bring more to the table than just potassium. They also offer magnesium, which helps relax muscles and improve sleep quality. Vitamin B6, essential for nerve health and mood balance. Fiber, which supports digestion and stable blood sugar. Natural sugars, offering a gentle energy boost without the crash. It's as if nature wrapped the perfect leg-soothing cocktail in a biodegradable package. Sadhguru often speaks of the body as a sacred temple and of food as an offering, not just fuel. Eat what brings harmony, he says. Not just to the tongue, but to the system. Bananas are just that, harmonious. They are gentle on the stomach, require no preparation, and travel easily. Ideal for those with limited mobility or busy mornings. How to integrate bananas into your day. 1. Morning routine. Start your day with half a banana before your tea or coffee. The natural sugars will kickstart your energy, and the potassium will prepare your muscles for movement. 2. Post-walk snack. After light activity like a neighborhood stroll or gardening, enjoy a banana to replenish electrolytes and avoid afternoon cramps. 3. Evening smoothie. Blend banana with warm almond milk, a pinch of cinnamon, and a spoonful of oats for a soothing, muscle-calming drink before bed. And if you're managing diabetes or watching blood sugar, pair the banana with a protein or healthy fat like almond butter or a few walnuts to slow glucose absorption. Eleanor found her rhythm quickly. One banana in the morning, sometimes another half before dinner. Within 2 weeks, the nighttime cramps had softened. A month later, they were nearly
gone.
She no longer feared the silence of night. She welcomed it. Of course, potassium isn't a one-food fix. It works best when partnered with other muscle-friendly nutrients, and that's where our next food comes in. It grows underground, is rich in magnesium, and has been part of traditional medicine for centuries. It's less sweet than a banana, but it brings a grounded, earthy strength that pairs beautifully with the softness of fruit. Eleanor hadn't thought much about sweet potatoes until she stumbled upon a recipe tucked inside an old cookbook, yellowed at the edges and bursting with handwritten notes. The recipe promised something simple: roasted sweet potatoes with a sprinkle of sea salt and a drizzle of olive oil. But what she discovered was far more than a side dish. It was a source of quiet power. For her aching legs, sweet potatoes are often underestimated. They look humble, earthy, sometimes even plain.
But
beneath their rough, coppery skin lies a treasure trove of nutrients vital for muscle function and cramp prevention. The star of the show here is magnesium, an essential mineral that acts like a natural muscle relaxant. Magnesium controls muscle contractions, helps nerves communicate effectively, and even calms the nervous system to promote restful sleep. Unfortunately, many seniors are magnesium deficient, whether due to diet, medication, or decreased absorption with age. A single medium sweet potato contains roughly 30 milligrams of magnesium, and while this is just part of the daily requirement, it's a delicious and easy way to boost intake. More importantly, sweet potatoes are rich in potassium too, adding another layer of defense against cramps. But there's more. Sweet potatoes offer complex carbohydrates, slow-burning energy that stabilizes blood sugar and keeps muscles fueled throughout the day. Their high fiber content supports digestion, and their abundant vitamin A and C bolster immune health and reduce inflammation. Sadhguru often speaks about balance, urging us to eat with respect for the body's needs, not its wants. Sweet potatoes exemplify this wisdom. They are nourishing, grounding, and accessible. They don't spike blood sugar suddenly, but provide a steady flow of nutrients, helping muscles stay relaxed and strong over time. How to enjoy sweet potatoes to help prevent leg cramps. 1. Simple roasted sweet potatoes. Slice into cubes or rounds, toss with olive oil, sea salt, and rosemary. Roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, for about 30 minutes until tender and caramelized. 2. Mashed sweet potatoes. Boil and mash with a splash of almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon for a warm, comforting side dish. 3. Sweet potato soup. Blend roasted sweet potato with ginger, garlic, and vegetable broth for a soothing, mineral-rich meal. 4. Sweet potato chips. Thinly slice, lightly salt, and bake until crisp for a crunchy, healthy snack. Eleanor began to include sweet potatoes in her meals 2 to 3 times a week. She noticed not just fewer cramps, but a subtle surge of vitality in her legs, more ease climbing stairs, less fatigue after walks, and a surprising boost of energy, even in the late afternoon slump. Sweet potatoes may not offer the instant rush of relief like a painkiller, but their gentle, cumulative benefits create a foundation for lasting leg health. They nourish the muscles, calm the nerves, and ease the silent tensions that sneak up in aging bodies. As the days passed, Eleanor's nighttime spasms became rarer, and the quiet moments of pain slowly transformed into evenings of restful sleep. She felt the promise of the next days. Steps, steady, sure, and strong. But nutrition is never just about one or two foods. The final hero in our trio is a drink, a humble, ancient herbal tea that complements the minerals in bananas and sweet potatoes. It soothes, hydrates, and supports circulation, creating an environment where cramps struggle to take hold. Prepare to meet a brew that has been cherished for centuries and is simple enough to make in any kitchen. The final step to a natural defense against leg cramps awaits. After months of battling restless nights, Eleanor found her mornings brightening, not just from sunlight, but from a new ritual. Each day began with a warm cup of deep crimson hibiscus tea, its tart aroma filling the kitchen with a promise of calm and renewal. Hibiscus tea isn't just a pretty drink, it's a centuries-old remedy prized around the world for its health benefits, especially its ability to support healthy circulation, a crucial factor in preventing leg cramps. Why circulation? Blood is the delivery system for oxygen, nutrients, and minerals that keep muscles nourished and relaxed. When circulation falters, muscles become starved and prone to cramping. Seniors, in particular, face vascular challenges that can slow blood flow to the extremities. That's where hibiscus comes in. Studies have shown hibiscus can help lower blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels and improving blood flow. This creates a soothing effect, not just on the heart but on muscles too. When vessels widen slightly, they can carry more oxygen and minerals to the muscles, easing tension and reducing cramp risk. Plus, hibiscus is packed with antioxidants, compounds that fight inflammation and oxidative stress, two culprits behind muscle fatigue and pain. It's also a natural diuretic, gently encouraging the body to flush out toxins while maintaining hydration balance. Sadhguru reminds us that healing is not just fixing what hurts, but nurturing the whole system with care and intention. Hibiscus tea embodies this philosophy perfectly, simple, natural, and deeply supportive. How to make hibiscus tea for muscle health. 1. Basic brew. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus petals in a cup of boiling water for 5 to 7 minutes. Strain and enjoy warm or chilled. 2. Flavor boost. Add a slice of fresh ginger or a cinnamon stick during brewing for extra circulation, support, and flavor depth. 3. Sweetener tip. If desired, sweeten lightly with honey or stevia. Avoid heavy sugars to maintain the tea's health benefits. 4. Daily ritual. Drink 1 to 2 cups daily. Morning and early afternoon are ideal to avoid caffeine's interference with sleep. Eleanor's evening cramps continued to fade as she paired hibiscus tea with her banana breakfasts and sweet potato dinners. The trio created a harmonious cycle of nourishment. Potassium and magnesium to soothe muscles, antioxidants to reduce inflammation, and improved circulation to deliver these vital nutrients where they were needed most. Beyond the physical benefits, the tea became a mindful moment, an invitation to pause, breathe, and reconnect with her body's quiet wisdom. She learned that healing wasn't a race but a gentle conversation with herself. If you find your legs restless or your nights interrupted by cramps, consider this simple addition. Nature's remedies are often hidden in the smallest daily rituals. As we move forward, the next chapter will weave these foods into practical, easy-to-follow routines designed especially for seniors. No complicated diets or strict regimens, just nourishing habits to restore your legs' strength and serenity. Turn the page, and let's discover how to bring this healing trio together for your body's fullest benefit. Eleanor's transformation wasn't magic, it was the gentle power of routine. By weaving simple foods and mindful habits into her day, she built a rhythm that supported her legs, her sleep, and her peace of mind. You can do the same. The key is consistency without pressure, small changes that fit naturally into your life rather than disrupt it. Here's a guide inspired by Eleanor's journey and grounded in the science and wisdom we've uncovered so far. Morning. Start strong with potassium and hydration. Banana boost. Begin with a half or whole banana before breakfast. It's potassium. Jumpstarts muscle and nerve function, setting the tone for the day. Hydrate. Follow with a glass of water or herbal tea. Hibiscus is perfect.
Staying
Hydrated keeps muscles supple and nourished. Gentle movement. Stretch calves and thighs lightly. Point toes up and down, circle. Ankles, flex feet. These simple motions encourage blood flow and prepare muscles to work without strain. Midday. Nourish with energy and minerals. Sweet potato meal. Incorporate sweet potatoes into lunch or as a side dish.
The
Magnesium and complex carbs help maintain energy and muscle relaxation. Snack smart. A handful of nuts, almonds, walnuts. Pairs well with a banana or stands. Alone, providing magnesium and healthy fats. Stay active. If possible, take a short walk or engage in light stretching every hour to prevent stiffness. Evening. Calm and repair. Hibiscus ritual. Sip a cup of hibiscus tea about an hour before bed. It relaxes blood vessels and calms the nervous system, priming muscles for rest. Evening stretch. Repeat morning stretches gently to release any tension from the day. Hydrate wisely. Drink water throughout the day, but limit heavy intake right before bedtime to avoid disruptions. Extra tips to support your legs. Magnesium supplement. If diet alone isn't enough, consult a healthcare provider about magnesium supplements, especially if cramps persist. Foot care. Massage calves and feet with gentle pressure or use a warm compress to ease muscle tightness. Footwear. Wear comfortable, supportive shoes during the day to reduce muscle strain. Eleanor kept a simple journal, noting how she felt each day, when cramps occurred, and what
she ate.
This awareness helped her adjust portions and timing, ensuring her routine fit her unique body and lifestyle. Remember, the goal isn't perfection but progress. Some days will be easier, others more challenging. Celebrate every step toward fewer cramps and more freedom. Our final chapter will reflect on the journey ahead, emphasizing that prevention is ongoing and that your body's whispers are gifts guiding you toward care and strength. As Eleanor's story shows us, preventing leg cramps in seniors is not about quick fixes or miracle pills. It's about listening deeply to the body's needs and responding with care, patience, and wisdom. The foods we eat, simple, natural, and abundant, are some of the most powerful tools we have to nurture strength and resilience. Bananas provide the potassium that keeps our muscles communicating smoothly.
Sweet
potatoes bring magnesium and slow-burning energy that relax muscles and stabilize the
system.
Hibiscus tea supports circulation and calms the nervous system, allowing those muscles to rest easy through the night. Together, they form a harmonious trio that nourishes every step we take, every night of restful sleep, and every moment of quiet strength. But nutrition is just one piece of the puzzle. Movement, hydration, rest, and mindful habits complete the picture. By building gentle routines, stretching regularly, and honoring the signals our legs send us, we create an environment where cramps become rare whispers instead of painful interruptions. Sadhguru reminds us that the body is a temple, and caring for it is a sacred act. Embracing this mindset turns daily choices into rituals of respect and love. So take this knowledge as a gift and an invitation. Start with one banana, add the warmth of sweet potatoes, savor the calming hibiscus tea, and watch how your legs respond. Each small step builds on the last, leading you towards strength, freedom, and peace. Your journey to cramp-free legs and joyful movement begins today. Nourish yourself with nature's gifts, honor your body's wisdom, and step forward with confidence. Here's to your health, your strength, and every step you take with ease.